One thing I will say about street urban culture, or once was, I can't speak for it now, was at least I know if we both from the same element, you're not gonna call the cops. Like, you may not like me, we may disagree, we may yell, we may fight, we may cuss, but you're not finna try and put no sterling cuffs on me. You feel me? It's just a disagreement and we disagree. Stakes may get higher, but the reality was we not gonna bring the white man into our business. And I hate to make it that, but you know there's institutional racism. And I'm not saying that all white people, of course. I'm simply saying that there used to be a safety net, in my opinion, where I grew up from the southern black people that I originated from that moved to the LA. There was a community.
Wait, where were they from?
They was from Louisiana.
Where?
New Orleans.
That's where my family's from.
That's where, you know.
We got to talk about this.
Geechee. Come on now, we Geechee.
But there was so relatable.
But there was a union, and I'm sure with Caribbeans who moved here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a community that was like, okay, look, that nigga be tripping. And to the point of detriment, actually, back in the day. People wouldn't even...
Covering shit up.
With the uncles touching people funny. It was detrimental, the level of protection they had for us. And now that's gone because niggas have trampled on the black woman's, like, protection of us. And the rest of the niggas who, like me and you, who would step up to protect in all types of situation, rejection, whatever, we so scared because we like to do anything. Because I don't know how it's gonna turn. I don't know what's gonna happen. And by the way, I still step because I don't care. Like, you know, one of my best friends is a female, and I thank her for that. She forced platonicism on me, and it was a beautiful thing for me because it was like my first female friend, and I got to learn. Like,
it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's so beautiful. It's like
females and males can be friends. We talk about this all the time on
but it takes a lot of work.
I'm about to say we're not gonna sit here and run with that.
No, I'm just saying.
We're going to have to peel back later.
We can. No, we can. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, let's peel back later.
I'm not even saying this.
Cut his ass up.
I'm not going to do that.
Cut his ass up.
Wait, so
Tell him something that
I have a
go
question.
on, cut his ass.
Was she attracted to you?
Gail's personality was one of the most attractive things on the planet.
Physically?
It therefore followed for me.
So you started inside and then...
Yes.
Both. I'd say both. I'd say equal.
Within your attraction.
I'd say equal. I'd say it was equal because we were sitting down when I met her, and I probably shouldn't be telling the story, but I don't give a fuck. That's my nigga.
Hey, Gail.
Like, so Gail was like one of my closest friends.
Gail.
Gail Bean is on. She's on P Valley. She on Snowfall. She popping. That's like my closest.
Wait,
female
who
friend.
is she?
Gail Bean.
Which
she
one?
She play Ro, the one with the red hair who be beating bitches up. In the
Wait, that popped the gum on P Valley? Are you fucking kidding me?
So that's like my first. So that's
the way she be popping that gum.
Yeah. So
oh my god.
Amazing actress.
Yes. P Valley.
Amazing actress. Amazing actress, and she's one of the first women that taught me that men and women can be platonic friends.
Absolutely.
I met her when I was in my early 20s, right? I was a savage at this point. I'm talking about slaying anything in a radius, nigga. It's getting got. Like, it was out of here.
As long as it's here.
Right. I didn't
As long as it's here.
Like, it's getting shot down.
Y'all could calm down.
I'm just saying the facts, okay? I want
like pussy. Like, Jesus Christ.
No, it's not even. It's like I was so without for so long. Now it's everything getting shot. Like, like I was so like, you know what I mean? And at that point I was making a little headway in my career. And I remember like anything was getting got. And I just assumed that because her and I had a dope connection as human beings, that she's gonna give me the pussy. I assumed it. I assumed I'm that nigga. These niggas is G's. They corny. They weak. They not smart. They not intelligent. They can't fight. They busters. She fuck with me. It's going down whenever I say it's going down.
Busters.
Ooh.
You see how he sat?
So LA.
That's facts. But that's just how I felt.
I tell you.
Sit up for Gail.
I'm trying to tell you.
No. But I'm just telling you.
I'm trying to tell you.
I will.
Go ahead.
This is pre, and this is where I got humbled. She invited me over to the crib. So I'm thinking, oh, I didn't even have to work this time. I'm on, bro. This is it. About to go down. She's tight. And I went over there. It was a house full of women, first of all.
Oh, no.
No. It was a house full of women.
I mean, it's a setup from the beginning. I walk right out. Call me back when they're gone.
House full of women.
Because I know nothing's going to happen. They're here to protect you and save you.
House full of women. I'm like, hey, yo, like when your friends leave, and she's like, oh, no, this is our get together. This is where all the friends
hang out.
She had me. I was like, and I'm being facetious. The reality is I hadn't decided that we were going to be physical or nothing. And I can't decide that. It has to be two people. But I thought that it would be on the table. I thought it was at least on the table.
It wasn't even at the door.
It wasn't even at the door, nigga. And because, and by the way, she was in a relationship at the time I wasn't aware of. Right? So she's just a solid woman all around. This woman's just so dope, bro.
Okay.
So the way she had me, the way she gathered it.
He got a lot of respect for her. That's all that happened.
She got me together.
Right there.
She got me together.
One thing I do want to ask is, why did you even think that being invited to the house, right? Being invited to the house was gonna get you anywhere? If you guys haven't like flirted before, she kind of like gave you any kind of like inkling beginning of anything.
We met each other at an event and we connected, right? And I told you I misunderstood. I didn't understand at that time.
This happens often.
Right. That just because you have a dope connection with somebody don't mean that y'all need to be physical. I assumed because there was a connection, because in prior times with other people, that connection would lay the bridge and the foundation for possibly something physical happening. And I assumed that because of how well we connected, that would be on the table. Not that it was assumed that it would happen, just that it would be on the table to happen. That wasn't the case. Also, when you invite somebody at your crib, I'm from an old school family. Anything that happens after 9 p.m.
No, this is called realistic family.
Yeah,
it's not old school.
I can't say that because the times have changed. Because my homeboy Tristan, who got a podcast, I think he ruined all women in Hollywood. Because he used to have parties at Westchester at his crib. I'm snitching everything. Blood used to have all them parties because I'm pissed. And he used to invite, because he created a safe space for women at a time when we didn't do that. He would literally have all the homies, all the chicks, famous, all that, not famous, regular, everybody mixed come to the crib, and nobody was trying to fuck. I'd be like, I'm from LA, so I'm walking up in this crib like, nigga, we fucking these bitches. What's going on, my nigga? We on, like, we about to get in. I'm fresh out. Like, I'm like, we about to. I'm fresh out. We about to go in. I'm up right now. You on TV? We running. We what?
Yeah.
Him, Etienne Maurice, and a host of other people who I really love and care about are just nice guys.
He's like, we're just hanging out, my guy.
No.
And I'm
Rico
like,
could never. Rico could never.
That'd be the last time I'm at his house. Can't do it.
I was like that. I was like, nigga, y'all niggas is weirdos. This nigga, y'all, and they stay until 2, 3 in the morning. So at some point it became detrimental, I think, because yes, it was great that they established this safe space, but they also were causing a environment that was not realistic to the rest of the world. And I think a lot of those women went out and got and I know one of them specifically got in trouble. We had to go beat a nigga up behind her because she thought shit was sweet out here. And this is where it gets dangerous, and I don't think it's women's responsibility. I'm just saying that they provided this safe space that was like Valhalla. It was
So was that a
oasis.
problem though? Like, is it bad for a woman?
It's not
to feel like she's
realistic.
in a safe space. Why is it not realistic?
I-
Do you know how bad that sounds? It's
think
not
it's because
realistic
you
for us
can't
to go
replicate
somewhere.
it.
This is what I'm saying.
So there's not that many safe spaces for us to go to where we can just fucking chill.
But like,
People's
once
personal
again,
homes. No.
I think the point is you really can't assume that because the safe space is created that this man and his morals has the same as this man.
right, like it was a different space.
Understood, but do you realize how few
Yes.
safe
I'm not
spaces
talking
that a
about you,
bitch
Rico.
got?
There's not really spaces where like there are no vibes. We're just here kicking it till however long. And that was what he was
You want to
creating.
know something?
Yeah.
You just gave me a flashback when I said Wildin' Out. I literally went to a kickback after recording an episode on Wildin' Out. I loved working for that show. It was amazing. And I really went to a kickback that was full of California,
Yep.
LA, everybody. And everybody was just smoking mad weed and just chilling.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, this is the most different event I've ever been to. There's nobody just trying to wild out, violate, like act a fool. Like everyone was actually very chill. And I think that was in a time where I experienced exactly what you're talking about. Everybody's just chilling. Nobody's trying to like press up on you and make you feel uncomfortable.
Correct.
And that is actually like one of the most comfortable, cool kickbacks that I've ever been to.
And I think that shouldn't be a discovery. I think it should be mandated before you get there. I think there should be a discovery. Like if you come into, so this is what I used to say to Tristan. I said, bro, first of all, shout out to bro for doing that. And niggas be so high, they be docile. Like, let's just call it what it is. Like, niggas be faded. So, like, yeah, nigga, we gonna get on these bitches? Probably not.
Right.
like
Halfway
sleep off the lean, niggas doing. But I will say this, it's that clarity that you're speaking of, right? Like, safe and sex. Like, if you come to Jamie Foxx's house in 2005, or Tyree house, whatever them weird, like, you know what's going down.
You know it's going down. Yeah.
You know what's going down. And everybody should be told in the group message that exists, I guess. Hey, if you come in here after 12, the freaks is coming out, so you gotta go if you not fucking nothing.
No, you know what? It's a Cali thing. Because now I'm thinking of another. I can't bring up the name. But it's a Cali thing.
less
Something about
aggressive.
Cali people, it's a culture.
Yeah, it's less
Motherfuckers
aggressive.
be chilling. They just
Yeah.
be smoking and fucking chilling. I went to, y'all won't believe, like one of the most richest, popular people. I went to a few of their houses just to chill, like after a club, because you know the clubs ended at like 2 in LA. And literally, like everybody just, the people that are just so popular, everybody knows them everywhere we go. They're just the people that has the sections. Everybody goes there to see them, and literally just so respectful. Everybody, I don't know, is y'all
hanging
high
around.
as fuck?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of two things. LA people, what's I said, we bougie, right? LA niggas is bougie. So I'm in
Very.
I'm in the hood in some parts of New York are like this and Jersey where like the women are just so beautiful Like you grow up with the most beautiful women on the planet, like in your section, like in the turf. So it's like we've all interface. This isn't not. It's not. We not having no disrespect to Kanye, but disrespect to Kanye. We ain't Kanye's meeting a Kim Kardashian, nigga. Like it's not like, oh my God, I met an Armenian bitch. I gotta marry her.
Yeah.
This what every nigga, bro. On God, every nigga from you know what states. I ain't even gonna call it out. They meet you. They act out like because they ain't never seen that. You feel me?
They never had it.
Yeah. So they treat like that's why they like. Oh nigga, I'm with a foreign. I'm like. Okay.
Right.
So to close out Gail's situation, she gave me a safe space. That's what was so beautiful about that, right?
We love you, Gail.
She gave me a safe space. She taught me something, like you said, where it was like, without even having to say nothing to me, she invited me to a room full of amazing black women, which, by the way, I capitalized.
That's something else.
I did capitalize.
Thank you.
In a healthy way. Somebody who was, and her and I forged a relationship through the years that was built on more than that. So now, sex ain't even a thing. It's just that's my friend. I respect and love her, and she gave me one of the biggest life lessons that that I needed, And was it her labor to do? The idea being that if you know better, it is your responsibility. That's such a tough thing that I was talking about with my boy Glasses, because I talk shit about all kinds of outlets that happen to utilize the black consciousness and culture to make profit. And they don't be black people owning it. Exploitation to a degree, right? But then again, if you white and you poor and you can make money on black people, like I would make money off the bop niggas if I was managing white people. Like I don't give a fuck, nigga. I would. Justin Bieber, if I found a Justin Bieber, I'm gonna run that bitch up. If I found Elvis, I'm gonna run that bitch up. Now the problem is if you know better, right? If you realize the history of like the disenfranchisement of black people in this country, you should give equity to us if you know better. But most people, like she said, don't know. And then I argue with Glasses all the time because I'm like, blood, if you don't know, you don't know. He's like, no, bro, if you know better, it is your duty. Those of us who have made it out are attractive people with intelligence, people who have certain blessings. We got all the teeth. We got all the hair. We can speak. We can walk. We can breathe. We have a voice. We have a platform. There is a responsibility that he believes we have. I don't know.
I believe the same thing.
That's interesting. I would like to hear what everybody, because for me, it's a struggle. Because like they martyr you, right? Like Nip got smoked by a nigga. Pac got smoked by a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Martin Luther King got killed by niggas. Like it's tough because when you do seem to go and step out there and try to educate, the threat for women is also their life. The threat for what if that nigga had been like, bitch, I ain't trying to hear none of that. She's like, no, bro, I'm just trying to talk to you. And he's like, if you don't get out my face, I'm gonna do what I do. And she's like, well, no, you're not finna just, like it could just go so wrong. And that's a lot to carry as someone who burdens truth, as James Baldwin says. To be intelligent in this country is to be in a constant state of rage.
Certain things are passed down from generation to generation. A lot of people think, all right, it ain't much more for me. This is where my family is from. This is what I've been taught. Yeah. Trauma, whatever, everything has been passed down from generation to generation. So some people can't even think past a certain point. Correct. Because they don't give a fuck, because they know, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do after this. I don't know what my talents can take, where my talents can take me. I don't know what other jobs there are besides basketball, rap, and doctor and lawyer. Like, some people really don't know how much there is for them to do. And they don't have the confidence. They don't know. We see so much shit that people deal with just from being in the hood. But
it's because they can't think beyond the moment. But that's what happens with these men who get rejected and then do something stupid and ridiculous in response. It's a momentary,
impulsive.
But that's how this is why I feel I struggle with this idealism that I actually have in my heart, but I think I'm more practical like E. And I'd like to hear how you feel about it. But for me, it's like, I've watched the idealists not win. I've watched them be persecuted. From the smallest to the biggest, whether it's kids being arrested for some shit they didn't do, doing all that time, and then a white lady being like, he didn't do it. In the organizations and the institutions that are meant to protect us, that are meant to protect the innocent, protect women, protect men, protect
us.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The institutions, by the way, institutions don't necessarily mean white people institutions, right? Yeah. The Black Panthers was an institution. You know what I mean? Tavis Smiley is an institution. What I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you think about the Black Panther, you think about the fact that young people were running for New York, for what I know, a young 21, 19, whatever year old was basically running He was a leader, a head.
That's Fred Hampton in Chicago. Yes, he was one of the youngest.
Yeah.
He was also one of the youngest.
He was someone else was manipulated to follow them, snitch on them, like, you know.
That's just a small portion.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
Wait, hold on though. But it is indicative of a larger whole that human beings, because when you with your homegirls, there's always that one bitch. You know, when you with your niggas, there's always that one nigga, and we all have
for everybody,
and we all got the same motherfucking story. Which tells me that's a microcosm for a larger problem. Human beings have an issue, right? With facing their flaws, facing their issues, being confronted with things that make them uncomfortable, and the things that are supposed to be intact to protect us from human shit like that have fallen and failed us. That's why women don't feel safe. That's why niggas don't feel safe. And we all keep arguing on these fucking podcasts about how either of us don't provide the space for each other.
Where's our man award?
He definitely deserves an award.
No, I'm just saying.
You know.
We can't give him that one. You gotta give him that one.
What's that? What is that?
We gonna give you the
We gonna
Ace
get
Man award.
What? What is
Normally we give the real woman. Oh yeah, the night award.
Well,
There we
it's
go.
like Oscar.
Oh, I like this one. I like this one.
officially a cast member.
Oh, bro got a little red on him too. You know I'm gonna fuck with that.